Welcome to Texas boxing scene. Wanted to do a quick video on this. Bam Rodriguez. It's been an interesting week for him. Before we get into that, please like, share, and subscribe. Follow me on all forms of social media: 3D Boxing, 3D Boxing Blog, Texas Boxing Scene. Please subscribe. All proceeds go to autism research and recovery. I want to get into this news with Bam Rodriguez. It's been, like I said, a real interesting week. So it's announced that he signed with Titan Promotions in Japan. He gets a co-promotional deal with Matchroom. He's gonna fight on the Zone in the Footprint Center in Arizona. He's gonna fight for something called the WBC US NBC flyweight title against Fernando Diaz. Fernando Diaz, decent looking prospect, 10-1-1, not in the same league as Bam Rodriguez. Bam would blow this guy away in a couple of rounds. Okay, fast forward to Monday, and Bam Rodriguez is got something else coming. Bam Rodriguez gets to fight Carlos Cuadras, who's a potential Hall of Famer, former world champion, for his first world title. Problem is, I don't want to say problem. The thing is, it's at 115 pounds, a weight class, 2 full weight classes above where he typically fights, where his ideal weight is at 108. It's also a division where his brother Josh Franco holds the title. And what I keep hearing is Bam ready for Cuadras? Is Bam ready for Cuadras? Is this too big of a step up? That's not the question. The question isn't, is Bam ready for Cuadras? Okay. The question is does Cuadras, a former world champ, a possible Hall of Famer, does he have enough left in the tank to fight a guy like Bam Rodriguez? Is he too shot to fight a guy like Bam Rodriguez? Now, Cuadras is only 33. That's not young. He's also not that old. But he's been in tough. He just got knocked out by Estrada in a great fight in the 11th round. Before that, he had a couple of tune-ups, and then before that, he had all the losses. He had the loss in 2018 to Mick Williams Royal. The really close loss to Estrada in their first fight. The fun loss to Gonzalez, which he was outclassed, but was competitive in a fun fight. But that was all the way back in 2016. That fight was 6 years ago. And he hasn't really won a fight of note since. He's got a win over David Carmona at Madison Square Garden. Yeah, that's a decent win. But that's really it. And everything else he has is a tune-up fight. So the question isn't, does Bam is too big of a step up for Bam? Look, Bam is one of those guys. When you talk about the future of the sport, you talk guys like Boots Ennis, Virgil Ortiz, Chris Colbert, those level, Shakur Stevenson. When you talk about those level guys, David Morrell, the future of the sport, Bam is cut from that cloth. Bam is Jesus Ramos, who I like a lot. We talk about the guys who are the future of the sport. Bam is one of those guys. Bam is not a good prospect. Bam is not a future world champion. Bam is the future of the sport. He's the future of the small weight classes. And that's why Eddie Hearn signed him. Because, look, he's not just a guy who will win a title at 108 and maybe make a couple defenses. Bam is the future. Bam is a special fighter, okay? So talking about Cuadras, this guy that comes forward, right? He's sloppy, he lunges, but he's got game-changing power, and he's got a dynamite chin, right? Cuadras is kind of a poor man's Triple G. He's a small man's Triple G, but he's sloppy, right? Like, Triple G can get hit. Cuadras can really punch, but he comes straight at you. He comes straight at you, and he's real easy to go back, watch the Mick Williams Royal fight. Watch how many left hooks he gets with. Now, Bam's a southpaw. Bam fights out of the southpaw stance. I think that's going to throw a wrinkle in it. I think at this stage, Cuadras is kind of tailor-made for Bam. You guys think Cuadras is going to win? And maybe he can. He's going to be a lot bigger, and he's got a lot of power. So he's a naturally bigger guy with a lot of power. So he's got game-changing power, Cuadras does. Remember, he's dropped Estrada in the third round of that fight with one shot when it looked like he was being outclassed. So Cuadras is nothing to play with. But Bam is special. Like, you look at Bam's angles. He never comes in straight at you. It's always from the side. He's a southpaw. He comes at you this way, he comes at you that way. He never walks straight in the front door. It's always a side door, and he throws everything with power, right? So this is like Lomachenko or Usyk, right? But with Pacquiao power. He's freakish. So I keep hearing, is he ready? He's ready. Okay, there's not. He's a special talent. It's like saying, is Boots ready, or is Virgil ready, or is Virgil Ortiz, when he was in that camp, that Robert Garcia camp, said that Bam's the best fighter in the camp, in Robert Garcia's camp. This is about a year or two ago. You know who else said that? Robert Garcia said that Bam's the best fighter in the camp. Bam is a special talent. If Bam wins this fight, which I'm picking him to win this fight, he goes into the pound for pound status. He jumps up 2 weight classes. Think of it this way, right? You have a 22-year-old. So this would be like Virgil Ortiz or Boots going up, skipping over 154, going to 60, and beating Triple G. That's what this would be like. That's what he's doing. And I think he's going to do it. If you do that, you go into that top 10 to 12 pound for pound discussion. Think about what he's doing. He's not jumping. He's not going up 1 weight class. He's going up 2 weight classes to fight a former champion, legend of the ring, who may be a Hall of Famer in his own right. If Bam beats him, which I'm predicting he does, he's in the pound for pound discussion. So he goes from prospect to pound for pound like that. But if you've seen him, if you see the footwork, you see the power, you see the angles, you see the speed, you see the footwork. He's got great feet, and the power behind it. It's not surprising. And that's why Eddie Hearn wanted him for the small weight classes. It's not too often you get in America. He's from a great fight city in San Antonio. But he's got it all. Like, there's nothing not to like about Bam. The only drawback on Bam is that he's small. All right, so he doesn't garner the same kind of attention a welterweight or a middleweight or a heavyweight would get, right? Because he's light flyweight. He's a 108 pounder. But that's it. That's the only drawback on him. He may be the best young fighter in the sport. 100%. He's in that group of guys. He's that good. So, again, guys, this is going to be, I think, a star-making performance. This was a huge break for Bam. This was a massive opportunity for Bam, which I think he can see. So the question is, does he stay at 115? Because Josh, his brother, is a champion 115. When they stand next to each other, Josh is noticeably bigger, right? Which means that this isn't Bam's weight class. That doesn't mean he can't run the weight class because he's that good. The big money fights are at 115. They're not at 108. And there's not good fights at 108, but the big money fights, Chocolatito, Estrada, Cuadras, Nietes, Ioka, all of those names. All those are Hall of Famers, and they're 115 pounders. So I don't know what the future holds for Bam. If this is a weight class he wants to stay, if he wants to go back down to 108, if he wants to fight Julio Cesar Martinez at 112, or Martinez to go up to fight Chocolatito at 115. I don't know what the future holds, but the future is Bam, and you guys are going to see that star-making performance this Saturday at the Flipper Center in Phoenix, Arizona. I will be there. I will be there as press. And let me know what you guys think. Leave your thoughts, comments below. Let me know what you think of Bam. Are you a bigger believer as I am? Do you think if he wins this fight, he goes in a pound-for-pound discussion? Leave your thoughts, comments below. Please like and subscribe to Texas Boxing. All proceeds go to autism research and recovery. So it's near and dear to our heart. From Texas to the world, thank you, and God bless.